These 6 pills alone could ruin my entire life.
So many people will say to me, addiction is a choice, but you don't think of medicine from the doctor as a bad thing. My addiction started right before my 14th birthday. I used to be a competitive dancer and I tore the meniscus in one knee. I was prescribed a hefty amount of Tylenol 3, which has codeine in it, which can be quite addictive. T3s are an opioid. At the time, I didn't know that. My whole life was about dance. So when my whole identity was taken away from me because I couldn't dance anymore and it was just replaced with this substance, that's what my life became. I didn't even know that prescription drug addiction was a thing. My depression was so severe that suicide was on my mind often, and I would kind of test the limits. And the only time that I really felt like I wanted to live was in those moments where I took so much medication that I can't keep my eyes open. Am I gonna die? No, keep your eyes open, keep your eyes open. I would never go to the hospital because I didn't want them to take away my prescription. I had to call my friend to come over. I was just hysterical and I'm like, you need to get all of these medications out of my house because I'm afraid I'm gonna do something. And when I brought him this giant bag full of medications, he was like, you have a problem. I have no idea how to help you, but you need help. My family was aware that I was very unwell. My mom was an alcoholic. So my aunt actually ended up getting hooked up with this child mental health rehabilitation center. I went to rehab when I was 16. Talking with the people around me, I really realized the level of dependency that I had. After I left that environment where I'm with mental health professionals on a daily basis for 6 months straight, I didn't go back to the medication because I looked at how horrible and scary my lifestyle was then. I was 16. I could drive. If I wanted to run away, I didn't have to use substances. I had to go back on painkiller medication. I developed what they think is a stomach ulcer, and I was in excruciating pain. I told the doctor 3 times that I cannot have T3 medication. I am an addict.
They literally gave me T3s. These 6 pills alone could ruin my entire life. I'm in so much pain, I literally couldn't adjust.
Choking that pill down was debilitating. I'm having all these flashbacks of how good it used to be. I did everything in my control to handle that responsibly, and I took those T3s responsibly, and I don't consider that a relapse. I was taking them as prescribed, but the fact that I was put in the position where I had to do that is infuriating. This is a universal global issue. As long as there's a mental health stigma, people are not going to take addiction seriously. If you're someone who's saying like addiction is a choice, it's your fault, you might have a best friend who's an addict and now is afraid to tell anybody. I think the most important thing is having these conversations.
I am seen. Are you?